Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Checkered Flag Racing League YouTube channel. We are here tonight for the Midweek Series Championship at the Yard of Bricks, the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Historic track. Had plenty of exciting cup races here. Um, Speaking of exciting cup races, I'm joined by Bradley Domer Jr., former winner here at Indy. How are you doing tonight, Bradley?
Doing good. Don't even know how I won here before because I suck here now, but doing
That's
great.
okay. And it is crazy because we've been doing these broadcasts for I think like 6, 7 years now since they introduced them to the game. And our second to last one that we're getting on the Heat games, we have finally wrangled you down for one. So excited to have you here tonight. Um, we have four solid competitors going at it tonight. Uh, Darth Kylo in the final four here in the 9 car. He had a win earlier this year at Homestead, Miami. Um, and he's had some strong runs this year. Sometimes can be a little aggressive, but we'll see how he factors in the field tonight. Josh Harris had the big win opening the year at Daytona. What do you make of Harris, Bradley? Do you think he has what it takes to get it done here around Indy?
From what I understand, last year I know that I didn't race it or watch it. He was one of the cars contending for the win. Um, and I believe he unfortunately came up short of the championship. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does it tonight. But he does have some tough competition in the race tonight, especially with Tegan racing.
For sure. And speaking of his competition last year, it was really him and S'mores kind of battling it out of this race. S'mores, the defending champ, he'll be looking to go back to back here in the Midweek Series Championship tonight. And I don't know where you land, but I would say the favorite, in my opinion, is probably David Wessel here, 2021 Truck Champ, has 4 wins in the Midweek Series this year. Is he your favorite for tonight?
It's kind of hard to go against him, especially with the teammate he has and Tegan. I'm pretty sure they've been practicing a little bit this week. But he has to be the favorite coming into tonight, especially with the 4 wins, and he's consistent. And I mean, multi multi-time Cup winner. I mean, all of them are, but he definitely is the favorite.
Yeah, I would land him as the favorite, and I kind of went in reverse order of how I think people might think they'll stack up. But Indy's a track where really anything can happen. You have the king of Indy here, Tegan Jones. He's racing tonight, just straight up going for the win. You got Mind Killer here, who just missed out on getting that must-win situation last night at Michigan to make the Cup Series Final Four. He's looking for a win tonight. The stage for tonight will be 16 to 17. It is a 50-lap race on the dot. The Brickyard always can have strategy come into play, so we'll see if the fuel windows play any factor in how this race turns out. Um, it'll be exciting. They got a lot of room to work with on the front and the back stretch, but the corners really narrow up. Pole sitter is Darth Kylo getting on the board. Front row, Darth Kylo and Wessel. Second row will be Tegan and Kevron. Third row, S'mores and Harris. And the fourth row, Mind Killer and Matt. So our championship contenders are first, second, fifth, and sixth. So and they're only separated Kylo and Wessel for first by about 200ths of a second. So definitely close going for qualifying there. I think we can join.
I'm joining.
One thing I heard is that the right rear is going to wear a lot tonight, no matter what you do. What did you notice in practice, Bradley?
I didn't quite make it far enough to notice with the right rear. I kept crashing myself. Um, for whatever reason, these Xfinity cars seem tighter than what they should be here.
Definitely.
Um, but you just gotta be careful for that apron. That's another key factor.
That's for sure. And here we are going through the restart zone. The green flag is out. The Midweek Series Championship is underway. David Wessel with a monster start on the outside. That super shifter coming in clutch for him. They're going to be close in turn one here. Hilo staying strong on the
Oh,
inside. They stay side by side. Getting a little tight. And it looks like with the health of his team owner, Tegan Jones, David Wessel is going to be clear into the lead. believe it'll be just a one stop here on the stage. 16 to 17 is the stage lap again, as David Wessel takes an early lead here at Indianapolis. Chevron remains in fourth here with Morris behind him and Harris there in the sixth spot. Tegan Jones making a big move down the front stretch. Three wide for the lead, and he's going to get it done. Big move by the 18. Oh, he had a shallow entry there. He really had to check him up.
I think what set that up was, I believe David Wessel caught the wall off turn 4, and Tegan just took the run down the straightaway.
Yeah, they're saying he was pretty tight off the 4 there. Wessel settles into second. Kylo settles into third. If you're these guys, do you really kind of let Tegan have the win and worry more about each other?
Yeah. I mean, Tegan's the king of Indy. Why try to go up there and wreck yourself trying to pass him for the win? If you finish second, you're winning the championship.
And it looks like Josh Harris got by Cameron Morris. He's up into the 4th spot. Chevron was slow. He lost a lot of ground there on that last lap. He's back into, I believe, 7th position. He's side by side back there with Mind Killer. They're going at it for 6th. Back out front. Oh, Kylo into the wall hard. Could he have damage from that? That is a big mistake that can happen here a lot. That wall will come out and bite you out of turns 2 and 4.
For sure. I've done it many of times.
It's very, very easy to do. There's no real track that has the wall. I'd say you're more likely to hit the wall here than Darlington. I know it's kind of a crazy thing because that's the narrative about Darlington, but the wall really comes out and gets you at this track. When I'm practicing for the Cup race, it really, I have to go through a couple sessions where I'm smacking the wall almost every time before I really get a feel for it. But it looks like Josh Harris in that 54 is crawling his way back up to this front two. Remember, we're on normal draft, so it's kind of easier for maybe 2 cars to maintain at the front. But Harris and S'mores last year here were really the 2 strongest cars. And neither of them won in that race. It was Chevron who ended up winning the race. All 4 championship contenders right now under a blanket. 2nd through 5th. Kylo making a move here. Not going to have the momentum. Morris not with a great entry to turn 1 there. They're going to lose a little ground here to the top 3. And Tegan Jones right where he likes to be, in control of the race. Now, one aspect of this race, Bradley, pit road is going to be a big factor, I think. As it was last night in our battle to advance at Michigan. Pit road played a big role in how that played out. Do you think pit entry is going to be one of the biggest factors tonight?
Oh, I think pit entry annex is going to be a big factor because you got to get on the brakes hard, not speed coming into pit road, and then you got to run a fine line using the 2 access roads to come off of pit road and not get in the grass.
And don't get the Chase Elliott penalty.
Yeah.
And David Wessel is one of the drivers that is known to have some woes on pit entry.
I mean, he's aggressive. Oh, Tegan almost got the wall there.
And that could be what wins him the championship today, or it could very easily be what loses him the championship. Yeah, as we saw Tegan get tight there. Wessel all over the back bumper, and I think he's pretty content riding behind Jones right now.
It's probably one of the smarter things to do is just ride behind him and hope your other competitors make a mistake.
Some separation now. Kylo falling back to Mind Killer. He's still in the 5th spot, but he's definitely lost touch to that front 4 and his 3 championship rivals. Those 3 guys all into the same camp. You know, there's Harris and a Toyota, but they all are in the Ford camp in the Cup Series. So they are basically teammates, as Wessel does not have a good entry into turn 1. He could be under pressure here. We'll see how aggressively these guys are willing to race each other. I think out of the 3, Wessel is probably the most aggressive. So we'll see what lengths these guys are willing to go to. Morris way wide there. Wessel almost into the wall. Yeah, that was really close. You were junioring it right there. Oh,
Yeah,
he was.
that could have been very bad.
It was wicked close to getting into the wall right there. And if you want to split the stage in half here, you could be approaching your pit stop.
Most definitely. Just a matter of how your car handles on the long and short run. What you prefer.
Yeah, because I don't know if 2 tires is going to be a call you're able to make here, but we'll see. And if you're one of the championship guys, I don't think that's a risk you should be willing to take. There's no gain of the stage points.
Not this early in the race.
Yeah, when it comes down to it late, maybe and you kind of maybe want to keep your cards close to your chest, I would say, right? To, maybe not let them know what you have capability wise in tire wear and in your strategy repertoire. Front 4 still clear in the front. We got a pitter in the back.
Looks like it's Kevron.
Kevron pitting, yep. 44 car. Defending winner here in the Xfinity Series at Indianapolis. Not running too hot so far, but maybe he can turn his luck around after the stage break.
Maybe just get a few adjustments in and then get that stage yellow, and who knows, he could be a contender for the win.
Definitely. I will say last year, I don't think he quite had the car to be contending for the win. There was just some circumstances of issues that Harris and S'mores had, because those two I felt clearly last year when I was broadcasting the race at Indy were the 2 best cars. Looks like Mindkiller pretty content to ride behind the 9 of Kylo right now. Doesn't think he wants to, oh, and he's going to pit. 90 to a Mindkiller pitting. So him and Kevron, he's 1 lap behind him. They're the first 2 to pit. I'd assume they're splitting it down the middle and taking 4 tires.
I think these leaders can go about another 2 laps?
Probably 2 laps, I think, yeah.
Kevron's coming off right in front of the leaders.
And that, could actually, you really can see what the difference in fresh tires might be, through these corners, because Tegan Jones has dominated this far, and Kevron is probably going to pull away from him pretty quickly here.
Do any of the 4 leaders pull off and pit?
Oh, I thought Harris was thinking about it, but he did not. Nobody pits, so they're saying now Mindkiller's actually going to take 2 tires.
He's risking it.
Yeah, nothing to lose for him.
Maybe to gain track position.
Yeah, that'll help him. I think he's trying not to, push any buttons. So the easiest way to get track position is take less tires with him. He was on the other end of the spectrum last night, fighting for that final spot. He took 4 tires out of the main strategy of taking 2. And I always kind of like different strategy if you're not in a good position. It's always better to try to do something to change it up.
He's in a must-win last night, and then maybe if he had another 5 to 6 laps, he would have had a shot, but just not enough time.
Here we go. Leader's going to pit.
Looks like Wessel stayed out. Oh, no.
No, he took an interesting angle at it. Either he had a really good pit entry or he sped there. But that's the thing with the 98. He can make or break it. This is what's going to be the difference for him. He's going to show up with speed, but is he going to be solid getting into pit road? He needs to be. All 4 championship contenders in the pits here this lap, so. We will see. Who comes out on top out of these guys, and we'll find out if Wessel sped. I don't think he did. It didn't look like he was getting in too fast, but Kylo with some strategy. Yep, he must be taking 2 tires, and Tegan gets it right back with that pit time.
I mean, if he took 2 and the rest took 4,
he's gonna get swallowed up right now.
He's gonna get
And Tegan doing a really good job on pit exit. Wessel shading up towards the grass. He hangs on to it, but. And this is Kevron here. He was the first pitter, and he's on 4 tires. He's short pitting. He's going to be right in this bunch right now, so it might be tough for him to hang on to the
I
draft
actually
here.
think
But
Mindkiller got the lead right now.
Michael does have the lead, still on 2 tires, so he must have had a better pit entry than Darth Kylo there, second. But yeah, Kevron with the 4 tires, he cycles right back into the middle of this group, so not a bad call for him. Then we have Matt. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I don't know. I never quite know what's going on in the brain of Matt Connors, but I believe he took 4 tires and is trailing behind the field there. Now Kylo trying to chase down Mindkiller, but he has a looming figure in his mirror, and that's Tegan Jones, and he is just going to pull off to the left and let driver 18 go. Smart move. Oh, Kylo watches
Mindkiller
up.
hold him off.
And you know Tegan will be aggressive.
Especially when it comes to this driver.
A lot of people will be around him. Wessel now approaching Kylo. We'll see if he's able to pass him here soon. Not in the turn 1 there. Oh, Kylo's really slow. The center speed for the 98 is so much better, and he just rolls by him in the short chute between 1 and 2. Now back to the front, Tegan Jones chasing down Michael Fox, and he is going to get out of the way. He does not want any part of that right now. Tegan Jones back to the point, out front.
Tegan must have had a really good pit exit to get that big of a gap on the 98.
He did. He really had a good arc into the turn 2 part of it. And Wessel looked like he had a moment there. He was close to hitting the grass, so he had to lift. And Tegan Jones supremely out in front now. And David Wessel, has some daylight against his competition with Darth Kylo there in the 4th position right now. He's second in the championship on 2 tires, and then the other 2, Harris and S'mores, trailing right behind him. I believe we have 2 to go in the stage here, so we're coming around to 1 to go now. And we shall see if anything else changes. Kylo under pressure here from Harris and S'mores. Remember, the stage points do not matter in this race for these championship 4. It is just where they finish. Harris making
trying to make a move on the outside.
Yeah, that's a bold move, and he's going to get it done. Don't see that very often here, and S'mores going to roll right alongside him. Kylo slots in. So not actually, since we're on the last lap of the stage here, now, not a bad strategy call. He's, Mindkiller must have done a better job on pit entry and exit than him, but he's closer to the 54 and the 22 than he was before, as Tegan Jones is gone.
He's only -1 position. Due to Mindkiller having a better entry, but it really paid off for Mindkiller. He is currently second. I don't know if Wessel will get to him, but.
And the big thing for him, as you stated, was the track position. That was a good call by you. He's going to have track position now, because I assume everybody here, I put a lot of money on it that everybody here is going to take 4 tires. As we end the stage, Tegan Jones going to get it done, win the stage here at Indianapolis. And the championship contenders are 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Again, a good call by Mindkiller. He wants to go up and win this race. He's 1 step closer. He's got that track position that you definitely need here at the Brickyard. Any takeaways from you? Who looks like the strongest championship 4 contender to you so far? I think it's pretty clear to me, but.
I mean, Wessel, he's been second the whole race, but honestly, I want to see what the 54 and 22 have. I feel like they were just right in there.
Kevron's crashing.
But I still think the 98's the best of the championship 4. But maybe Harris and the 22 ain't showing their true speed yet. But we'll just have to wait and see who maybe make some mistake on pit road.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Wessel's championship, I think, is make or break on how he handles pit road. I am
As long as
going
we don't
to.
give him the announcer jinx,
Yeah,
that's it.
well, that could be bad. I'm going to ask something of them in the party on my phone real quick as we approach for the pit stops here. We'll find out who's first on pit road. I'm going to ask them something real quick. We're going to go silent for a minute while we get on pit road here.
Oh, looks like the 92 won the race off pit road.
All right, yeah. Mind Killer in the 92 wins the race off pit road. I've got somebody sharing their screen for me in the party right now, so I'll have the lap counter up, perfectly accurate. Make sure that I'm muted for them. They don't want to hear my
Don't want to hear your lovely voice.
It's not bad. Anyway, uh, so here's they are going to stop in the backstretch. Somebody must be ghosted or something. Um, but yeah, it's how about that paying off for Mind Killer? Now he's at the top spot.
How aggressive does that 18 get with him?
Very.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
That's for sure. These two have had no issue going at it before, and here we are choosing. And Mind Killer going to choose the outside. An interesting decision, but maybe he's going to work with Deacon Jones here. I'd trust him as far as I could throw him on this thing, but he might let Mind Killer have the lead, then immediately take it. So I'll get a lap count. You could be in a tight fuel window, but I think they get, what, about 10 or 11 laps of fuel, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, and we're coming to, it'll be 32 to go. So you're going to have to make that fuel run last on a few of those runs.
Um, if it comes down to that, I think the best one is the 98 at saving fuel.
He is.
That was the championship 4.
22 has won some races like that in the lower series as well. And here we come. Back to the green. 92 and 18 on the front row. Two of the Cup Series best going at it here at Indy.
Yeah, that 18's not letting him in.
Yep, they stay side by side. Tegan Jones looked like he's going to clear him here through 2. He got it done. Does Wessel try to take advantage too? He's going to get under him. Oh, it's a tight squeeze. He slots in 3rd. And here comes Josh Harris in the 54, kind of in no man's land, losing ground. He's going to fall way back here. Back to 6th.
Let him in there.
Yeah. Battle for 2nd. Mind Killer and Wessel now. Wessel kind of wants Mind Killer to be there. I would like, if I were him, to have a buffer behind me. They line up. Tegan Jones has a little bit of daylight, so we'll see if he's able to pull away. This is a dangerous thing. There's not many guys that can pull away from a pack by themselves, but he's the one, I think, that could.
Most definitely.
Harris actually lost a spot to Devron back there. He's all the way back to 7th right now. And into the wall is Morris maybe there.
Definitely looks like he might have caught it a little bit. He did lose a little bit of ground, and here comes Harris making a move on the 44.
Yep, he's going to get under him. Chevron going to stay at his door, and he's clear, looks like. Yep, he'll get that 6th spot back. They're not making too much headway towards Tegan Jones right now. Kind of staying even right now.
Could that just be the 98 just
Ooh,
trying to manage the gap and save fuel?
it could be. S'mores had a really bad corner right there. He lost a lot of ground. And now there's a separation. The 22 and the 54 are on the back foot here. They are in the second group. Well, the third group, technically, if you count a gap between Tegan and Wessel still, which has closed down majorly here this lap. Actually, it's not majorly, but it has closed.
Looks a little bit closer.
But there is separation between Darth Kylo, who is in, well, he's actually losing ground to Mindkiller and Wessel, and he's kind of in the middle of 2 groups right now. The best thing for Wessel is keeping this split up, but it looks like the way the energy is generating right now, this group is kind of going to band back together here momentarily. And Cameron Morris in this situation, leading the group, trying to get back to the main draft, is driving his heart out right now, trying to defend his title.
Yeah, he takes a lot of pride in this midweek series. Can't much blame him.
And that's what this is about. S'mores, no offense to him, is a lower top 10 Cup Series driver, but the Midweek Series gives him the opportunity to be able to fight for a championship.
Gives him the opportunity to be the top dog.
Harris as well. Even though he is losing some ground here. Not the car that we saw from him last year at Indianapolis.
Or even in the first stage.
Yeah. They're kind of back to Tegan Jones here. It just shows, I think, how strong of a car. Oh, Wessel's tight. He lost a lot of ground. Yep. They were all tight there off of turn 2. It all started at the front of that group. You saw on board with Wessel there. He got tight, and I think they all kind of followed him up there, and the 9 was the one that got the worst of it. And there's contact 54. Between the 54 and the 9. Yep. Big loser there is Darth Kylo. I think Tegan was loose there off of turn 4.
I was getting ready to say something. Was he loose?
He was all the way down the track. I don't think he's trying to break the draft. And now we have a 4-car group at the front. 2 of them are championship contenders. David Wessel, Cameron Morris in this group. So Morris lost some time in turn 1 there, and that's going to allow the 54 and the 9 to get back in his draft. Tegan's in the wall in the front. Wessel's in the wall. Mindkiller around on the backstretch. Chaos on the backstretch. I think it's going to be a caution.
Morris going for the lead.
Around the outside, he's not going to get it done. Harris is going to take advantage. And just as we were about to count him out, he's going to be the top championship contender. Oh, Kylo sends it in there, trying to get to 3rd here. Not going to get it done.
Now Tegan, the biggest loser is going to be that 98.
98. He's going to have to work his way back through the field. Looks like the 18 was the first one to get in the wall, and he followed him. There's just chaos. The 92 also lost a lot of ground. He was around on the backstretch. But David Wessel was looking like the favorite for the championship, and now he's going to have to claw his way back up to the front.
For sure. I almost had a junior moment there.
But you could tell that was building up. The racing was getting super intense towards the front.
Oh, for sure. It's a short race.
Yeah, only 50 laps. You got to make your hay when you can.
I think that's going to take that fuel strategy out of it.
Yeah, I think we'll restart with about... Well, it might not. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll have to see what we're coming back
Kevron
to.
lagged out. He's screaming, "What? Are you serious?" He's out. He was, I heard him yelling in my ear. He is lagged out of the race. Now we're down to a 7-car field. And
From
Matt
what I can see,
Connors, he's
it
running his
doesn't look
highest
like the
position.
92 speed. I mean, damage.
No, it doesn't. He looks clean to me. And Matt Connors right now in his highest position of the race here in 6th.
Poor Natty.
We love Matt. Maybe he'll win.
Who knows?
Maybe. I've seen actually, no, I haven't. That'd be the craziest thing I've ever seen if he wins this race. Anyway, here we are pitting. I believe we'll restart with 24 to go. So I think it might make the fuel strategy more. It could make it. It's a risk. I know this. You actually get 12 laps of fuel, but I think it turns to 11 pretty quickly. The problem could end up being the tire not making it. So we will see. It's going to be a really tight window here. They are going to be going back green with 24 to go. So if you want to make it on just one stop, you're going to need to get everything out of that fuel tank.
And those tires.
Yes, it's going to be a big strategy race now. And to win the race off pit road, Tegan Jones. Oh, Harris got him, actually. Didn't look like it on my end, but Harris. I had the 18 pretty clear out in front of my view, but I guess on theirs had Harris out front, so. Big move for the 54 there. Keeping it clean. And a long time on the access road here. We don't usually do this under yellow, but I believe they'll be choosing here.
We usually use the first one under yellow and then come up on the short chute.
Not this time. Gotta play it safe, excuse me. Harris gonna pick the bottom. Tegan goes top.
Got 3 of the final 4 lining up on the inside. The only final 4 driving on the outside is the 9 car.
Not a bad place to be behind Tegan, though, but I think with what I've seen from Kylo, I don't know if him being on the outside is the best thing for him. He could get up in that wall. It is very dangerous on these restarts.
Yeah, he seems a little tight to fire off with.
Do you think Wessel's going to be more aggressive now that he's got to get through these guys again?
Oh, yeah.
He will not be afraid to make a move.
Most definitely not on that 22.
They're not the best of friends. But here we are. Back up through the gears they go. 24 laps to go at the Brickyard. Not a good restart for Cameron Morris. And Kylo, what a move by him. He'll slot on the inside. That's a big move from the 9 car. He's in the 3rd. Tegan Jones in the 2nd. The strongest car all day, but does he play nice with Harris here? So far, looks like he's gonna. Final 4 drivers, 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. There's separation of Mindkiller in 6th and Matt in 7th right now. And S'Mores getting passed here by Wessel. Wessel probably going to try to pick them off one by one. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe one of these guys decides to be pretty conservative here and stay in the pack. That might be the move here. Try to just ride in line and conserve fuel. Could that be why Tegan Jones hasn't peeked out to make a move yet?
Could be.
You know he's always thinking.
He's always thinking. Always about the fuel mileage.
Before Harris out front, this could either be the best place to be right now or the worst place to be, depending on what the fuel and tire strategy will play out as. And it doesn't seem like Wessel is really trying. Oh, he put the 9 in the wall there.
Morris looked 3 wide for a second, but thought better of it.
And now Tegan looking for the lead.
Battles all over the track.
Yeah, this is getting wild here. Side-by-side action everywhere. I couldn't even keep up. And the 98 is going to be clear to third, but now there's going to be separation. And Harris is into the wall up there in second. He had a chance to have separation with his final 4 guys, and he hit the wall there in turn 2, and he's going to get right back, swallowed up here by his 3 biggest rivals of this race.
Just like that, the 98 is your championship leader.
Again, yeah. Resilient, the 98. Now, he kind of started that chaos by running the 9 up into the wall there, and then, you know, the 18 and the 54 had the gap. The 18 made the move. The 54 got up into the wall. It was bedlam there for the first half of that lap. And Tegan Jones, I don't know if he'll be coming back this race. You might be able to book him gone. But you never know. David Wessel really trying. Oh, Kylo into the wall. Yep. And now they're all over the place.
3 wide?
Yeah, they are. 54 and the 22 clear. And they're going to go side by side down in the 3 here. Ooh, S'mores gets into him a little bit there. And he clears. And now Wessel has some daylight. I don't think any of these guys are conserving fuel right now.
No, sure does not look like they are.
It seems like everybody is all out right now. They must know that you cannot either you can make it clearly on one stop, or you cannot make it clearly on one stop. Because if this was a window where it was iffy, I think there would be a lot less chaos going on right now.
Would definitely be way more riding, but
now we have kind of our first point in the race where there's some clear separation in the front, other than the end of the stage. Kylo maybe looking for a move there on Harris, not going to get it done. Wessel's kind of keeping even with Tegan right now. Has space to S'mores in third. And Kylo trying to dive under Harris is not going to help either of them back there in fourth. They've got to line up and work together and try to get to this 22 and the 98.
That'd be the smart thing to do.
And look at Matt. After all this, he's still in this draft back here.
Gotta give him credit. He's hanging in.
Could you imagine a Matty fuel saving win in Indianapolis?
Anything's possible when it comes to that one car.
Yeah, literally anything he can do. There's no surprise anymore with Matt. They're gaining on S'mores here down the straightaway. You can just see right there how much they close in. And now they're right back to the back bumper of that 22. But the 98 is doing a really good job here. He's pulled away from the 22, and he actually might be catching Tegan in the 18. He looks loose up there, Tegan.
Yeah, Tegan did tell me that he was fighting a loose race car in the long run. But I figured he'd make adjustments for it. Apparently not.
Same problem he had here in the Cup race for this year. He was very loose, especially off of turn 4 here at Indy. S'mores now back with a little separation to Harris and Kylo there. Matty's looking at 5 laps of fuel right now. And Tegan's complaining about difference in his right front to his right rear. Matt just turns to 4 laps. And they are coming to right now. Let's see. 17 to go. So Matt is not in the window to make it. I don't know if anybody will. But I feel like out of everybody, Matt's probably... Oh, S'mores had an issue. He's getting passed up by the 54 and the 9. And then I gets into him a little bit there. Really tight off of turn 2. S'mores falls all the way back, I believe, to 5th.
Now coming up on his pit stop, does Wessel take it conservative or does he still take it aggressive into pit road?
It's a kind of a catch-22. If you take it aggressive with the gap that you have right now, I know Harris is starting to close things up, but you could kind of seal the deal with a good pit entry here. Or if you're too conservative, you could give the opportunity for somebody back there, the 54, the 22, the 9, to really make some strides towards you.
Seems like Harris has a really good long run car. Seems like his car comes alive with about like 5 or 6 to go.
Yeah, it's really coming in. He's gained a lot on the 18 and the 98 here. Kylo making a move on Harris. Wow.
I don't
I don't know if this
like
is
that.
the best idea. But if you're Kylo and Wessel goes up in speeds and you put yourself in the best spot, I just don't know if he's the best guy to be leading that group right now. It seems like Harris really, his car was really in a good place.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
Ooh, battle at the
Looks like
front.
we got battle for the lead.
Yeah. Wessel's going to take it. He can let him have it.
Tegan don't do that often.
No, I think he knows it's on the line for David Wessel here.
That group is just messing around back there and letting that 98 pull away.
Yeah, I think they should have kind of rode behind the 54. I felt like his car was really coming to him. And respect to Mindkiller, just kind of hanging on at the back of this group right now. Harris on the apron there, really dangerous.
From what I've seen, Mindkiller could have made so many moves by now, but he's just riding and not trying to be in the middle of this battle.
Playing it very, very smart. S'more's going to pit here.
Pit road.
Yep. The short pit. Got our first play on strategy. He is going to have to make another stop. Pitting right there. Because Matt is crossing the line for 14 to go. So, if we see right here, I'd assume everybody pits this lap coming to 13 to go. But if somebody out there can stay out another lap, they could be bordering on making it on one stop. Could the 18 of Tegan Jones be in that range? We'll see.
Won't surprise me, and he always could be just down talking his car while he's saving fuel.
And the 9 and the 54 have really lost a lot of time. I'm not sure if something happened to them. And Matt's in the grass.
Come on, Matt.
All right, here we come off of turn 4. It's do or die right here. Who's pitting? Wessel pitting. Tegan is not. Mindkiller is not. Those two have the chance to maybe make it on just one more stop. S'more's exiting. That seems to me like it could have been a long stop. Might he have sped? I don't know.
From what the looks of it, it looks like Mindkiller still has 2 laps of fuel.
Wow. That makes sense why he's been riding in line like that. He must be saving a lot of fuel.
Just changed to 1 after they passed pit road entry that lap.
So he'll have to...
Most definitely pit this time.
Yeah. We'll see what Tegan Jones does. I'd assume he'll be pitting here.
If that 18 stays out another lap, he is definitely making it on one more stop.
That is for sure. Okay, he's pitting. I thought he wasn't there for a second. That's a big entry for the 92 behind him, though. He gained a lot of ground. Cameron Morris here did not speed. He's going to be right with these guys. And he's going to clear Kylo. And now his biggest championship rival is in the crosshairs. David Wessel there. Right now, the net championship leader. With some room to work with here. Tegan Jones.
Like that 98 had a good pit entry.
He must have. Tegan Jones here in pit road. We'll see where the 98 cycles out compared to him. Go on board with him into turn 1 here. And he's going to cycle out back to the lead. But he's going to have to make another stop. Tegan Jones could be in range to go to the end from here. Same with Michael Fox, the 92. He
I think the
slots
only
out in this
chance
group.
that Morris is going to have it winning this championship is really short pitting the 98,
Yeah, but they
like
could
2
be
or
in
3
range.
laps.
Would you think about maybe taking no tires and just a half can of fuel here? If you're,
Oh,
that could be the difference. I don't know what the right
could be the
rear is going to be
difference.
at. Yeah, but those guys, they'd have to make their right rear last 14 laps, 13 laps maybe. So S'mores would have to make it 14. Wessel would have to make it 13 laps. That might be asking a lot of it, with what I've heard about some of the wear. 54 and the 9 kind of have a helping hand right now. Tegan Jones is leading their group, and I don't know how long they can stay with him, but he could pull them back, maybe to Cameron Morris and David Wessel. Be a tall order, but we'll see. Mind Killer in the 92 kind of riding behind Matt here. They're 6th and 7th right now. David Wessel, the 2021 Truck Series champion, had the opportunity to win the National Series championship all the way back in 2019, but had one of the better playoffs of the guys fighting for that title, but just did not have what he needed at Miami that year. Here we are in the Hoosier State, and he's looking to get it done, get his second championship ever in the CFRL. Cameron Morris was the truck champion all the way back in 2018, won the midweek title last year. Could he be a 3-time champion in the CFRL here? Harris looking for his first, Kylo the same. So as we approach 9 laps to go, we're going to see how this plays out. Tegan Jones has been kind of pulling along the 9 with him. The 54 hasn't been able to keep up, as we noticed. We think he had a long run car. And Darth Kylo has been kind of dragged up there by Tegan Jones, and he's catching S'mores now. We're kind of interested to see how hard he might be going here. We think he's going to, win this race on, Matt's in the wall in the back. I see on his share screen right now on my phone. I think Wessel had the best corner there. Now S'mores has some help from Tegan Jones. How about it, Bradley? The 9 of Darth Kylo is right there, too.
He's hanging in there.
And Tegan's making a move. Doesn't seem like he's trying to conserve anything right now. 8 to go.
Might be the best thing for that 22, though, is letting that 18 lead him.
Great point. That's the guy you kind of want to pull you back in. That's probably not what Wessel wants to see. When you have teammates in the mix battling for something, it's hard to. You're kind of in a rock and a hard place, kind of like JB was last night for our battle. he was helping one of us, hurting the other. It's kind of what do you do, right? It's a tough situation for Tegan. I think he's going to do everything he can to try to get the win here, though. And I think he's quick enough where he's starting to gap S'mores a little bit.
54
we got a pit. And I like that from him. He was kind of out of the mix. He needed to make a call to get down pit road and do something different. He wasn't going to catch him on straight up speed. And we'll see what he does here. They are in range if they decide to take half a can here to make it to the end. So we will see what happens. See what Harris does. We'll count his time on pit road. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes out and takes 4 tires or just try to get a jump. He had a quick stop. That might have been just a half can of fuel, no tires. But we'll see where he plays out compared to everybody else. And Tegan Jones, while that went on, has caught David Wessel, and he is stalking for the lead right now. Kylo pitting. And now we'll see what he does. If you're in this situation right now, Bradley, what's your call? Do you take tires or do you go half a can?
I honestly I don't know. Didn't really get a
It's
good
tough.
read on the tire wear. But if he took no tires, it's the best thing for Harris to do. No chance of taking tires and winning the championship.
We'll see how long Kylo's in there. I believe he took no tires and half a can of fuel. Kylo's in there for longer. Already, you can see. So I don't know if he took 4 tires or what. But, yeah, Harris, you can see him rolling into turn 1 right now. He's got more than enough time. Kylo might have taken 4 tires there or
98
sped.
to pit road.
Yeah. Wessel pitting, the championship leader right now. Now what does he do? Man, the strategy is getting really interesting here. Tegan Jones out front, Cameron Morris on the track, and we'll see what David Wessel decides to do here. We'll see how long he's in pit road now for. Kylo sped, so he is out of the mix. Wessel fuel only looks like. So Wessel fuel only. And Josh Harris right now is just getting into turn 2. Wessel's on the backstretch.
Final of the 4 on pit road.
Cameron Morris now pitting. And what will he do? This will be the battle for the championship. What happens on pit road? Cameron Morris or David Wessel? Remember, he has that extra lap he needs to make his right rear last for. I think he might have taken 2 tires, maybe. Yeah, Wessel's got a big advantage over him right now. That's our battle for the championship. Could Harris come out in front of him? Going to be close here off of turn 2. Oh, Harris way loose. Is he going to slot him behind S'mores? Oh, he's going to try to make a move here. And he's clear. But David Wessel is in the prime time position right now as we're coming to the end of this race. We're getting close.
I want to say they're coming back to 2 to go.
Yeah, I'll get a lap count when Matt crosses the line here. Yep, they're coming. The leader, Tegan, just crossed for 2 to go. And we'll see if he can stay out. And these championship guys battling for the title, another lap behind them, but they're all together. We'll see what Tegan Jones does here. And now Wessel crossing the line. He actually might still be in the lead lap.
I would say that he is still in the lead lap if he took
Yeah.
fuel only.
Yeah. Now, around turn 4 for the final time, Tegan Jones is going to take the white flag. Can he make that fuel last one more lap here at Indianapolis? A great performance all day from Tegan Jones. And he's pretty confident he's going to make it back around here. Mind Killer not close enough. He's all the way back there coming off of turn 2. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. The Bricks and him have a pretty good relationship. Tegan Jones makes the fuel tank last, and he's going to win in Indianapolis, and we focus in. Coming down the backstretch here, David Wessel can cruise home. His competitors are an entire straightaway behind him. 2021 Truck Series champion, has won multiple cup races, all races in the Xfinity Series, Truck Series. One of the more decorated drivers in the CFRL. And he's going to add another feather to his cap right here. David Wessel, 2025 Midweek Series champion. The Razorback boy gets it done. His second CFRL championship here, joining just 3 other drivers that have won multiple championships in the CFRL. He's the 4th. Congratulations, David Wessel. An impressive season, 4 wins here in the Midweek Series. And he gets it done. That was pretty wild, Bradley.
Pretty wild. S'mores comes up one spot short of going back to back.
Harris ends up 5th in the race, 3rd in the championship. His chance at winning a title in the CFRL, not going to happen today. And Kylo's speeding hurts his chances, and he gets 4th yet again. Fastest lap, Tegan Jones, by a lot. 0.4 of a second.
It's insane.
What do you expect from Tegan Jones?
Nothing less.
Alrighty, Bradley, do you want to invite Wessel in here for an interview? We're going to get him in here first. And then we'll talk to Tegan after that, and then we'll talk to the rest of the Final Four contenders after that. But David Wessel wins the 2025 Midweek Series Championship. You know he wanted to do it pretty badly, and there he is, David Wessel, the champion. Talk to me. Fuel only there. Kind of had some daylight to your other competitors in that last run. How do you feel about being the 2025 Midweek champion?
It feels pretty good. I'm just glad that didn't come down to fuel mileage, at least between the final four. I didn't realize that fuel mileage was going to be an issue in this race until I had about 5 laps of fuel left and realized that there was like 7 laps to go, and I was like, well, damn, I probably could have. Or I think it was
Made
maybe
that
six
work,
laps to
yeah.
go. I think I was like a lap short or something like that, and I was like, well, damn, I wish I would have known that. I would have tried to save this. But with 3 times wear, it's just you can't out save a lap in 5 laps. So I had to pit, took half a can only, and then just hoped everybody else had to do the same thing. I knew that S'mores pitted a lap before me, so I knew, and he was kind of staying behind me with like a second and a half gap, so I knew he wasn't really saving either. So it was just kind of a matter of the other two.
Now you've had a pretty topsy turvy road, I'd say, in this league, just of not being able to show up, getting some big wins, and then making the Cup Series playoffs and not being able to do anything with it. Where does this rank on your list of CFRL accomplishments?
I mean, it's up there pretty high. All my attempts of trying to run the Cup Series have failed. And then also a lapse in speed over the last couple of years, and then just kind of stepping down to this and being able to show that I still kind of have it a little bit is a little, makes me feel good, I guess. And also to win the midweek championship on Heat 5 for the last time is also pretty cool going into the new game.
Yeah, and you had arguably you were the best driver in the 2019 National Series playoffs. You got the championship in the 2021 Truck Series. But, how that one probably doesn't really, weigh too much for you in terms of
No,
what it
no,
took.
I kind of went into that one kind of feeling like I was probably going to win the championship, and this one, I had a little bit of that feeling that like maybe I was going to, but like Indianapolis is kind of a curveball for me. I'm usually not very good here. I did do some tire pressure adjustments that kind of made my car feel like I was on rails. Like Tegan was having issues, and I caught him and
Yeah.
passed him, and like I felt pretty good there. and then I wasn't able to really get that feeling. Like I never changed anything, but my car never felt as good as it did during like that run.
Yeah, you were definitely quick in that run for sure. So does this feel like redemption for you after not getting it done in 2019, getting it done in this Xfinity Series car? I know the Truck Series is part of this series, but to win the championship in an Xfinity car, does it feel like redemption for that year?
No, Tegan still finished first. That motherfucker.
He always will. Bradley, you got anything for him?
Other than congratulations and congrats on a great season, I do not.
Well, Wessel, for me as well, congratulations, my friend. Super glad to be interviewing you in this situation, and way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I want to apologize to Kylo. There was, I think, in the first stage, or maybe no, it was after the stage, but it was before the caution. I got really, really tight when he was outside of me in turn 4, and I kind of ran him up into the fence. I was really
And
trying hard not to, and then
it caused a pretty wild sequence.
yeah, we had quite a stack up, and that let Tegan get away, which then I was able to kind of catch him back and pass him from
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it was tough, but I wanted to apologize for that too.
Well, again, congratulations, Wessel, and thank you for jumping in here with us. That is your 2025 Midweek Series champion, David Wessel.
Thank y'all for broadcasting.
For sure.
Good luck on Sunday, Mike.
Thank you.
In the
Appreciate it.
championship.
Now we got Tegan Jones in here, your race winner. He gets to win in the little Herps mobile. He calls him his little twink.
To get invite because
He
appears
shows
offline.
And his, I have his real name, so I'd have to dig all the way down to the T.
So do I.
I have too many friends on here. I need to unfriend a few people. But a big win for Tegan Jones. You know he wants to get it done at Indy. Fuel mileage, the name of the game today. I'm surprised that not one of the championship contenders really tried to make that work. It was just Mind Killer and Tegan. Maybe they were just running so hard they weren't paying any attention to that. So we wait on Tegan Jones here, your winner at Indianapolis here in the midweek series. And there he is, Tegan Jones, race winner. Probably a proud team owner as well, with your main SHR driver, David Wessel, getting it done tonight. But you won it on fuel mileage at a kingdom of yours, Indianapolis. Talk me through it.
It's just, we had that caution, which was kind of my fault. I was starting to get loose. Like I had the same problem that I had in the Cup race earlier this year. So, and I think Wessel and Michael were trying to dodge, and they both, one zigged, one zagged, and they kind of made contact. So that put us in a fuel mileage situation. And I didn't catch it right off the bat till S'mores mentioned it. And I still had the problem of getting loose. Like the right rear, it's just the right front wasn't burning up like it was in practice, which was making me really loose. So I decided to just go in fuel saving mode after I got that big lead that I, got on the first, few laps with them playing around back there. So, I had to do what I had to do. I finally got it figured out there at the end, ran some pretty good lap times, even trying to save. So, even gapped Mind Killer a little bit because the goofy ass, I think, saved too much. or wasn't good at it at all. I don't know, because he said he was surprised that he didn't sputter, and I'm like, dude, you lost 4 seconds to me. You shouldn't have sputtered. So, yeah, congratulations to Wessel. I ran some one-on-one track time with him Monday. Really, I think he really got to handle the track, because he kind of struggled a little bit to start with, and then I had some one-on-one time with Harris today, and I think Mind Killer took care of S'mores. So, of course I'm gonna pour for a Ford, but you're definitely gonna pull for a Stuart Haas guy, especially considering it's probably gonna be his last ride, time in that car, for the next game and shit. Who knows what we'll be in, and yeah, I know it sucks for people that this is like the second time that we've had to bring them into a lower series because of work schedule, but it has to be done. So.
And I think
congratulations.
I think it was a pretty competitive race as well. It could have gone
Yeah, it's
anyway.
just he really got him on the pit entry. He really worked on that in practice as well. Really, brake late, late braking and to get right to the line and stuff. So, uh, and I think S'mores actually took more fuel than he needed as well.
I think
Apparently,
he took either a can or 2 tires. I
he
don't know because he was.
he took a can and it was 6 seconds compared to his three,
Yeah.
but he was still going to be behind either way because of the pit entry and stuff.
Well, he
So
might have had to because he pitted a lap before those guys, and Matt was one
yeah,
lap. He took a
he was
half a
coming five to
can,
go.
and it gave him one lap. So I think S'mores might have, if he might not have realized with the lap turning at the
Ooh, half
line
a
to.
can only gave you one lap.
No, it gave
Oh,
Matt one more lap than he needed to finish the race.
oh, okay.
So it would have showed S'mores as even and
Yeah,
or close
I guess he
to.
was trying to make sure.
Yeah, and that I think Westell had the advantage either way. Um, but nonetheless, you got it done at Indy again. This is a special track for you. I don't know how many wins this is now for you at this
I don't
racetrack.
think I've ever won in the lower series. I'm not
Really?
positive. I don't think I
Wow.
have. I got bucked here by No Name, back in 2019 when we were both running for the championship. He fucking flat out took me out. So
Adds up.
and blamed it on lag. And so yeah, I didn't run it last year because I think I think I was in the broadcast booth and I was going for my 100th win. And I didn't want it to be an Xfinity race or a truck
Right.
race, so
Yeah.
I skipped it and made sure it was Pocono. So yeah, like I said, these cars usually don't run good here, but I finally got the braking right and got it to turn after I figured out the tire wear issue. And I was, really running some heater laps at the end of the stage and running some good laps there at the end too. So, I love this place. I kind of hope it carries over to the new game.
I don't. Anyway, do you want to stay for the rest of these interviews, Tegan? I know we're going to get
Yeah.
the rest of the Final Four in. You want to get one of you guys, get S'mores in here. He fourth on the track, and second in the championship. Little surprised. I don't think him and Harris had quite had the cars that they had around here last year. Especially Harris, I
I think
thought.
last year I feel like this track kind of went to the tight side last year. I think compared to this year, which is odd because our biggest complaint have been for this year has been this game feels like it's going back to the loose side.
Right. And there he is, finished fourth, but second in the Midweek Series Championship battle. Not able to defend your crown, S'mores. You had to take a little more fuel than Wessel was able to, and it just wasn't enough to get it done tonight. Talk me through your race tonight.
Honestly, it was one of those races where I had my hands tied because I had a plan to pit early in the beginning of the race, but then the caution came out when I don't know who wrecked, but somebody wrecked. It was at the halfway point. Somebody wrecked. I don't know
It
who
was
it
Mind
was.
Killer.
Oh no, well I didn't see it. But I had a plan to pit early, pit because that was the only I think that was the only way to get ahead. Then that caution came out, kind of ruined the strategy a little bit, in a way. And then we had that pit there at the end. Well, I took a can of fuel. I was I could make it on tires. I barely made it on tires, but I felt like if I took half a can, I would have been pushing it to make it. But I took a can just to be safe. Then I came out 5 seconds behind Weasel, and I was like, that was not the right call. But either way, he and I were even. I think that one anyway. So I tried. It didn't work. If he wasn't midweek full time, it would have been a different story. I felt like, but either way, I'm mad, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy because I didn't lose it on pit road like last year, speeding. So I'm like in between. Like I'm mad, but at the same time, my overall season was really that good. I felt like so. It was just the format and how you play it and how your cards are dealt. Weasel won. He got high at the right time, joined at the right time, and won the championship. And he definitely deserves it. Definitely had the speed to show for it tonight. So, congrats to Weasel. Top number one man. He deserved it. I'm happy for him.
And kind of to a point you made, I believe last season you had 3 or 4 wins in the midweek series along with that championship. I think it was just one this year. Do you look at this season as a positive, negative? Where do you stand kind of reflecting back on your season this year?
I felt like I was the same as last year with consistency. It's just the wins didn't count for it. And that's the part that's what.
I'll interrupt. That's probably because a lot of the Cup guys ran more this year and won more when they did run. So I don't think you can compare that to that because, like I said, a lot of the Cup guys, the full-time guys ran and won a lot this year. Like Mike's got like what 5 or 6 wins
4
this
or
year in
5,
midweek,
yeah.
and that was just my third. So Bradley's got quite a bit. So I feel like a lot of the Cup regular guys that didn't run a lot last year did run this year. So I do think I know you don't have the wins, but like a lot of them last year, you actually got racing against Cup guys. This year, it didn't fall that way. So I wouldn't compare that side by side and look at it as a downside.
Yeah, and also my win was actually given to me because Mike and Bradley sped on pit road, and I didn't have anything for them that night.
You
So
can talk to him about that.
so in technicality, I shouldn't have any wins this year.
Could have made you speak last night.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. Well, anyways, Morris, yeah, continue.
Yeah, but consistency wise, I think it was on par with like last year. I felt like, and just didn't have enough tonight to really make it 2 in a row. It'd been cool to make it 2 in a row, but it wasn't meant to be.
Well, Morris, good effort this season. Did a great job. Just came up a little bit short of defending that midweek series crown. Thank you for joining us tonight, and congratulations on a good season.
Yes, sir. Thank you for broadcasting.
Appreciate it.
And good job on the win tonight, Tegan.
Thank you, Morris.
You're welcome.
He's eating something, man. Holy mackerel. Anybody want to get Harris in here? We'll talk to him. Then we'll get Kylo in here, and then we'll call it.
You picked a bad time to do that. I was taking a headache powder. And that shit does not come back out right if you don't get it swallowed in time. That's what they said.
Can you believe we dragged Bradley into a broadcast? He did a great job tonight.
Good, bitch.
Yeah.
But right when we don't have them anymore, you're such a slut. Oh, hello, Harris.
Speaking of sluts, Josh Harris is here.
Whatever.
5th place tonight. 3rd in the championship. Obviously not what you were looking for. Had a pretty good car here last year, but it just didn't seem like it showed tonight. Talk me through your race and what you were missing to compete with the 98 of Wessel.
I think when we got strung out, probably after stage 1, I don't think I had a bad car at stage 1. Maybe just needed track position. But when we got strung out, I think the 9 was having problems. The 22 was having his little own problem. Wessel was setting sail. I was trying to cut up through the pack and got past the 9 after his problems. Then I think we passed the 22 because we had the momentum. Thought I was catching the Wessel a little bit, but then I think the 9 passed me. I don't know if I got told that I lagged or he just took the run. But I felt like after that race was over. I didn't have nothing else after that.
Yeah, and we kind of were calling it in the booth that we thought it was kind of a questionable move for Kylo to take that run because we thought your car was actually kind of coming to you on that long run. Did you feel like that's where you were the strongest compared to everybody else on the long run?
Yeah.
I think so. I ran with him today, and he was really good on the long run.
And Wessel was messing up a little bit on that long run. I swear I was getting my time and was getting closer, but then I got passed. But, I think I would have probably made the same move if I was Kylo. I don't doubt him making a move.
What happened to your car after I passed you when they were back there racing? Because it seemed like you just got tight like 2 or 3 times.
That
the
fucking
whole lap.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I fucking plowed. I even tried slowing down. without hitting the wall, but then I smacked it. So
Yeah.
after that, I just felt I was fucked.
Well, Harris, another strong season for you. Got that big win at Daytona early in the year.
Yeah.
We'll see you Sunday at Miami. Maybe you got one thing left in you before we end up on Heat and end here on Heat 5. So
I cannot wait to delete this game.
I bet you can. Well, congratulations on a good season, Harris.
Thank you.
Uh,
Great job in the booth, fellas.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's get our last guy in here, and then we can call it a midweek series season. Darth Kylo.
Really dejected with himself at the end of that race.
Another
By the
disappointing.
way.
Yeah. I mean, it's
He
kind
sped.
of how he did it last year too. I believe was speeding in the championship race, and there he is, Darth Kylo, fourth place for you here in the midweek series championship. I know you are obviously disappointed about the result. I believe speeding was your downfall last year, or some sort of pit road issue, and it is again tonight. Just talk me through that moment, and because you were in a decent spot, you were running up there with S'mores and Harris at that point. So talk to me about the moment where you sped on pit road.
Well, first off, a huge GG's to David Wessel because he deserved this one. He basically kicked our asses all season, even though he missed like a few races. But yeah, I mean, he was super fast all season. He deserved this one. I no cap. But second of all, last year it was me spinning out going into pit road at Chicagoland. But this year, obviously, it was speeding that was my downfall this time. And I was running, behind Tegan, like right when he came off of pit road. And I had his draft, and we were catching Morris and Weasel there at the end. But when I came down to pit road to top off, I did break going, but I can't freaking talk. I was slowing down, and I did see 55 on the speedometer, but then when I let go of the brake, it just jumped up 10 miles an hour. So, yeah, it was just a really odd occurrence there. But, well, I mean, if the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, I have no idea what you would call the predicament I'm always in whenever a championship is on the line.
Well, you had that big win at Miami this year, and is there anything you can take from that? That's probably one of the best wins you've had in your career. So, is there anything you can take away from this season as a positive for you?
Well, really, that win at Homestead was probably one of my only wins of my career, at least if we're going back to my current run in the CFRL, not counting Truck Series in 2020. But yeah, that was definitely like a huge positive because I feel like I had to earn that win at Homestead, whereas, last year it was the dirt race and it was like piss easy. But overall, yeah, it was definitely a better season this year than last year, even though, fourth in the standings, I believe going into the playoffs. But, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about that. It's better, but again, different season, same result.
Well, Kylo, thank you for hopping in here. You'll be back on the microphone for us Sunday night to end the Cup Series season and end NASCAR Heat 5 at Homestead, Miami. So any comments on that before we let you go?
Well, I will shed some light on the championship matchup going into Sunday. Well, the split between the teams is pretty much the same as last year, Hendrick versus Haas, but it's a very interesting driver lineup in the Final Four with two of the best in, obviously, yourself and Tegan Jones. But then we get a couple underdogs, Kamal Wright and Jared Ha, and they're trying to get their first titles. But obviously, it's going to be an uphill fight for those two. But I feel like with the Cup Series being as competitive as it's been the last couple years, it's basically anybody's game with 5 to go, no more yellows. And after we're done with Homestead and we're done with NASCAR Heat 5, and obviously, as a result of what happened tonight, after Sunday, as soon as I end the stream, I'm going to take the disc out of the PlayStation and snap it in half because I basically do want absolutely nothing to do with Heat 5 anymore and just move forward because I think we all just need
Hey,
to get
no,
out of
no,
here.
don't do
What?
that. Don't do that. I got an idea. I want everybody to send me their desk. I've got an idea. So, like, I'll give you my address. I want your desk. If you're going to just throw out the garbage, send it to me.
Oh, that's well. You
This
want me to
this
send
guy's
you the
a
box
freak.
too?
That's fine. I'll take the box too. I don't care.
Uh,
You're not
well,
getting
you're
the disc from me.
and you're not gonna tell us what that big idea is that you have in
No,
mind.
I gotta make sure I get the desk first. I gotta get more than yours though.
Oh, you just want you want everybody's.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be willing to do that. I mean, I know it's a kind of an emotional statement there, and what I just said, obviously, spur of the moment, and obviously, it's not. Obviously, you can probably just tell that it's it was a rough one tonight at the very end, and yeah, sometimes I'm like Spencer Boyce. I let my emotions get away from me sometimes as well, but I obviously show it in a much different way compared to what he does.
Yeah. Wham wham bam.
I sure hope nobody shows emotions the way he does. Well, Kyle, obviously a disappointing ending, not a fun way to lose out on the championship. But thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you Sunday.
Awesome, thanks guys, and I'll see you all on Sunday night. It should be a fun one then.
We'll see.
All right, have a good night, guys.
You too.
Later. Hey,
Well, Brett,
I know a new term now. I
what do
didn't
you
know
got?
that pissing was easy. I've never heard it be called that way, but I like it.
Yeah,
Piss easy.
piss
I'm
easy
gonna
and
use that.
piss easy and Trevin. I like that. Piss it
Yeah,
isn't.
I've heard easy as shit, but not piss easy.
Well, Bradley, you got any final thoughts here? I appreciate you joining me tonight. What do you think about that race? David Wessel getting it done.
I mean, at the beginning of the race, we said that he was the favorite for the championship, and Tegan was the favorite for the race win. Just all in all, great race. Tegan made a mistake and caused the wreck. But other than that, Tegan dominated.
He was the car to beat, as you expect, at Indianapolis. Was able to save the fuel and keep the track position. Just a pretty impressive show from Tegan Jones tonight. But David Wessel, the star of the show here in Indianapolis, he is the 2025 Midweek Series champion. Gets it done in the 98 car. Getting his second championship in the CFRL ever. So big congratulations to him, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in throughout this midweek series season. It's definitely a fun series that we're able to do here every Wednesday night. I know we had to cram the end of it in pretty tight here at the end, but we got it done, and we crowned a deserving champion in David Wessel. So I want to thank Tegan, the winner tonight, for joining me for the interviews, and Bradley. I am Michael Whitman, and we will see you Sunday night at Homestead, Miami. Thanks for watching.